Me, I wonder who wrote it. Oh shit. Oh, day. Play them niggas go. Hey, oh, we sell the clowns around. It look like circus show. Hey, this is not the album either. These are just the throwaways. This shit's still so cold when it drops. It's gonna be a motherfucking snow day. Hey, boy, it's good and he knows it. He don't say it, he shows it. I'm just like the Rosen. If I shoot it, it goes in. I'm in Cali just coasting. Get up so I think he coasters. I got a selfie with Oprah. I just ain't ever posted. And I'm in my happy place posted. I ain't frowned since 06. I ain't cried since 01. My bad.
Hey guys. You like that tune? What is up? I am okay. I am sitting here. Yeah, it's just been a while since I vlogged. Of course, my hair is in the process of being conditioned because I always get the idea to vlog when I'm doing my hair. It's so weird. But yeah, so I am excited to vlog again. It's been a long time, but I feel like literally as fresh as I did my first vlog like last summer, like almost a year ago. So here we are again, but it's completely different. I don't know, I hate this glare on my glasses, but it feels completely different for me. I'm just extremely excited to be like doing this because it's just a lot more meaningful this time around. I'm really just excited to express and use blogging as an outlet for me. And so that's what it's going to be. We're going to be expressing together, but now that is like something that I'm really trying to focusing on doing because it's necessary in my life. But that is what I'm here to talk about today, my life a little bit, because I feel like, okay, I started vlogging. I ain't gonna start vlogging, girl, and nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows, like, practically all they know is your name. You know, all you guys know is my name, I guess, unless you know me personally, of course. But like, yeah, like, where is the introduction? Why am I so rude? Why have I not talked about myself more than just in, you know, vlogs on other topics? So here we go. I feel like this is shaky. I'm gonna try to get some type of situation where, is that better? It's probably better. Hopefully I can be seen. Hopefully everything in the background is not too distracting. But like the lights and stuff. Anyway, so about me. My name is Kelly. I'm Kelly. My name is Kelly. I'm 21 years old. I don't think I ever said that. I'm about to be 22. Not really. I still have about 6 months. I'm a Scorpio. My birthday's in November 1st. Got a little tongue twisted. My birthday is November 1st. For people who are interested in astrology, my sun sign is Scorpio. My moon sign is Pisces, and my rising is Aquarius, which happens to be why I'm so interested in astrology. Yeah, I feel like that's something that I was not talking about the first time I vlogged, or even like the last couple of, well, yeah, I did do a little tarot. But I don't know, like, none of y'all know how I got into tarot or astrology. Like, I'm just putting stuff up here. Nobody knows, you know? Anyway, yeah, that's a little about me, you know. I'm a Scorpio. I feel like I have been going through a huge transition in like the past year of my life. More so since like high school, of course. Like, that would make sense. I'm supposed to be doing a lot of transitioning and changing, but I feel like a lot of the maturation was on a like soul level, and I wasn't even understanding. And now that I like feel completely different as a person, it's like, oh, that's what was happening all this time, like, duh. So I feel great right now, or sorry guys, I fidget a lot. I'm feeling just great because I feel like I'm finally at the place that I always kind of envisioned Kelly as being. You know, not even like in a material sense, but like who I am and like what I like to do, I guess. And so now I'm just all about creating a new story you know, kind of like unraveling the next 21 years of my life, you know? So I have completely different goals. And I don't know. The main thing that I'm excited to do is talk about where I am right now in my life and how I've gotten here. And that is through a lot of like personal development, a lot of self-development, and more recently, yoga. So that is what's going to be like on my channel now. We're going to be doing yoga. I am calling myself a trap soul yogi. I am the trap soul yogi. Okay. Kells the trap soul yogi. We're going. Anyway, yeah, that's exciting to me because I, through self-development, I've realized, you know, you may be a little more angry than you like to categorize yourself as. So, you know, let's find some ways to not be so angry. And it's not necessarily angry like, oh, she's a mad person. No, not really. But I'm emotional. I am an empath. That's all the water. Scorpio, like I'm a Scorpio, is a water sign. And so water runs deep. It heals. It's just emotion though. You know, I have a lot of like water energy. So yeah, like I'm having to learn to really like balance that. And so yoga has been a part of that starting, I don't know, around the beginning of this year. I just started like stretching because I got a new job. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I work at Starbucks now. I have a love-hate relationship with that job. I swear I do. But that's another thing that's challenging me. And that's like, I don't know. One thing I'm learning is that, you know, great things take time for one. But for two, like, challenge isn't always a bad thing. And, well, it probably never is. But for two, like, I shouldn't run from things that, like, I don't want to do all the time. Like, that's Aquarius. That's detachment. That is not a very good attribute, but I am aware of this now, and I'm working to change that and develop something better. And so that's what really is going to be on this page is, like, me being authentic about my personal development in the past and, like, you know, the journey through everything else because I'm a beginner yoga practicer. And so I'm just going to be developing my own skill, but also challenging myself. And I want to kind of like be able to express that and then relate with other people who are doing the same thing. Because, you know, like doing anything new. I'm sorry. My nose ring has been so sore. I don't know why. Maybe I bumped it. I don't know. And so I'm just really trying to keep it from like hurting. But anyway, back to yoga. Yeah, it's not always easy to do things that are new. And that's one thing that I'm realizing is like it may not be easy, but having courage to having the courage to get up and keep trying, keep doing it. And that's what I feel like I'm doing with yoga. I feel like that's what yoga is doing for me is getting me, I don't know, grounded in my reality and what's really around me so that I can have the strength to like, you know, like build upon that and get to eventually see like a lot of my dreams come true. So yeah, but I feel like the main thing in doing that is it coming from a happy place. And so I had to really take time to like get happy and get free from like all these self-limiting beliefs, all the baggage of the past. I guess, I don't know. No, I wouldn't even say 21 years. It's been past lifetimes too, because I felt like really, really heavy, and I learned a lot about like karma and like cycles in life and stuff, and how, you know, we come here with specific missions, but that also means that we have specific things we have to get through to you know, fulfill that. And a part of that is getting over past cycles and patterns and stuff that you carry with you, you know, not only through bloodlines, but like of ancestry, but like through your soul's lifetime. So that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of baggage. I deemed like the last year or so of my life as like bag lady as F. Yes, Erykah Badu, bag lady. I finally realized what she was saying in that song. Like, you have to lighten your load, or else like the baggage is going to weigh you down. So, you know, that's what really I'm here to express, how I feel like I've let go of a lot of baggage and like how I've done that. The other thing, I guess I'll say real quick, that I wanted to express in my about me is the fact of that I learn, or how I learn, okay? Because I don't just know a lot about myself because I want to. You know, that wasn't something that just, oh yeah, I'm going to just get to know myself hella well. No, I wanted to like be out doing regular, you know, regular stuff. Like, I'm 21. I should be stressing about exams and not like bills and things like that. But that's a part of me getting to know me. I do not like responsibility. So getting responsibility has been hell for me, to say the least. But that is something that I would not change, because it built a lot of, like, I guess, strength. Yeah, like the things that I hated have built the most character and strengthened me the most. And so, yeah, those tough times, I really learned a lot about myself. But the main thing would be, I would say, through relationships. Like, that's really a way that I learn. Back to astrology. I feel like I can't not relate things to astrology, because to me, astrology is like, it's literally like, any other branch of, like, you know, like philosophy, like psychology, like everything, like Buddhism, like I kind of like, as spacey and like Pisces moon as I am, having structured steps helps me because when there's too broad of an aspect, I go everywhere. So astrology kind of like breaks things down, just like any other, like, I don't know, critical thinker would, about like how we grow and through seasons, how things change. And I feel like, you know, this is the stuff that like ancient Mayans, you know, knew about, because this is what we were doing when things were hella natural, because, you know, there were no clocks telling us what the time was or what the season was or any of that. We just like were going off of our instincts. And that's really what I feel like I've learned through also getting close with myself, is getting back to following my heart, and understanding that that is actually like a gift and something that's great for us to do, rather than to live our lives based off of thought. And so just happens that I'm not a logical person. So yeah, spiritual life is great, you know, like leading your life with your soul and things, but it's also challenging as hell, because it's not how we were taught. So you have to kind of learn how to unlearn your entire way of thinking and childhood and everything. And that's a lot, you know, sometimes. And not everybody has to go through that. You know, we go through different things at different times. Like, it's different for everybody. I'm not saying everyone's spiritual journey is going to be hell. I don't know. But for me, I'm stubborn too. So like my angels and my, you know, spirit guides are like, we got to give this girl an extra kick in the ass, you know, because, yeah. Anyway, yeah, back to, like, following natural instincts and following your heart. Like, that's how I've been guided, because I'm emotional, so I don't really think about much. I do a lot of things based off my feelings and reactiveness, and that's not it's not been the easiest thing. It's not a great way to be, is reactive. Like, instead being proactive and actively creating rather than reacting to life and what happens to you. So yeah, but also dang, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we don't focus on how we feel a lot, you know, and that's the number one question we ask kids, is like, how do you feel? Like, how was your day? Like, and if they're unhappy, we're trying to figure out, okay, why are you unhappy? Like, what can you do? What needs to be done? But we don't even do that for ourselves. And so I feel like that's the main thing that I've had to implement in my life. And I think it's extremely important to live a happy life, because your feelings and desires are not just random. You know, we have this heart and we have this soul because we're here to, like, you know, we're made in God's image, so that means we're also creating with Him. We're like co-creators, and so He's getting to live life through us, completely vessel-like. And, but we have to have some type of connection, some way to to understand what he wants us to do, some way to like speak to him, connect with him. And that's what I really feel our heart is, because we're all born with one. Everything that's living and breathing has some form of, cells and, feelings. And so those instincts, like animals, were not taught how to do anything, and they're living great. Like, they got it down. Humans are the ones who we're fucking shit. Oh, excuse me. I was gonna try not to be so vulgar on this YouTube, but we're fucking shit up. And so I feel like what's really gonna change the entire world is when we get closer and more comfortable with living from an internal place instead of like such external, basing what we do off of external forces, society, expectations, all that stuff, material things. Yeah. So that's that. That was my little spiel on that. Sorry. But okay, the last point that I wanted to make is back to the relationships and how I learned. I just always had really close friendships, and I think that's a complete blessing, because I feel like all of our relationships in life are meant to mirror ourselves, and we can learn so much about ourselves if we actively participate in our relationships. And so I guess through like reflection and through time and through frustration and through bad relationships, that's really the story that I felt like I was telling about my past relationships, was that it was just bad, like I was struggling to feel reciprocation in a lot of my relationships, and I feel like sprung from a certain place, a really deep place, but I was looking for that fulfillment, because I'm an emotional person. I was just looking for certain things in all my relationships and wondering why I wasn't getting them, and that's the thing, is that I will let y'all know, you heard it here first, I've never been in a committed relationship, nothing like long term. Of course I've like talked to people and like dated, I guess you can say, but never had a like one-on relationship with a male or female. And so yeah, I mean, okay, yes, I've had a one-on relationship, but not a committed one. Just, yeah, there we go. And so I really, have always wondered why, but I really think the reason is because I would probably have, like, killed somebody. Like, not, I know that sounds extreme, but the way things go for me, I would have ruined anything basically up until this point, I feel like, because of my own expectations and what I was not fulfilling for myself. Like I said, I feel like our relationships are mirrored, and one thing I really, really learned is that, like, you can't necessarily expect anything. You shouldn't expect anything in relationships, because we should just be giving love. But for one, basically, like, if you're searching for something in a partner, the first thing that we have to do is ask ourselves if we're giving that to ourselves. Then we would even, for one, be really looking for anything. But for me, like, I could never find anybody that had time for me, I felt like. But I was not giving significant time to myself, for one, but I was trying to give them all of my time. So for me, attracting a person who will have time would look like me spending time on the things that I need to, spending time on myself, more than, not necessarily more than others, but having boundaries. And because need boundaries, like having that and not necessarily losing that in relationships, because of course I have things that I love and things that I want to do for myself, but sometimes I like lose that in relationships, and I lose who I am. And so discovering who I really am through those relationships has helped me to realize that I have to maintain that, no matter what, and that we can only ask for what we're willing to give, and if we're always wondering why a man or a woman isn't being, why is this person not telling me how they feel, or, well, are you expressing how you feel about the person? You always want like someone to, like it's got to be both ways. Are you being honest about yourself with who you are? Like, somebody cannot offer you what they don't have themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe the person doesn't even know how they feel about themselves, and for you to ask how they feel about you, that's a lot, you know? So, yeah. I guess with that being said, I feel like relationships have become my area of expertise. It's how I've personally developed. My North Node is Libra, which is the sign of relationships, partnership. So, like, that's North Node is supposed to be where you're headed, where you're pointing the true node of your life. So, yeah, and that's not to say I'm gonna be in hella relationships. I don't think that's what that means. I think that because it's ninth house, I feel like that's also conjunct my Chiron, which is your wound. That's my wound. Like, that's what I had to learn from, and so that's also my greatest gift, because that's how I've healed and how I can see to help others heal. So, you know, that's that. We'll see where that goes. But for now, I'm excited to do yoga and personal development with you guys. And so, yeah. Yeah. So, we going to have fun and we going to see what happens. And I'm going to be posting. And I'm going to try to post like vlogs like this every Sunday. I'm going to hold myself to that, because that's one thing. A structure has been really good for me to implement, because I'm so... And if I get too far out there, I'll be forgetting that I have a life here. Like, it sounds crazy, but it is what it is. Staying present. 2017. But yeah, I'm about to get out of here. I got a few more things to do on this nice Sunday afternoon. Oh yeah, that's one more thing about me, is I'm in college. I'm about to be a senior, but I'm taking summer classes online. And my teacher just sent me our syllabus last night. Gender and globalization, though, it's lit, and that's the thing. Okay, this is the last thing. I'm super excited because it took me a long time to find a major that I like, you know, and it's not that I feel like that's necessarily always important, because I was marketing and like, what the hell, like, you know, but I feel like in life, as long as you have something, you're doing something that you like, you're on the right track. You know, you're on the right track to living a happy life. Because I feel like too many of us don't have anything like to be like happy for, and that makes us excited and stuff. And it's a trap. That's how they want us to live. But I'm not gonna go I'm not gonna go in on that. But yeah, I just think it's like, yeah, as long as you have something that's making you happy and you're doing something that you're doing for yourself, like. And if you don't, it's fine. Just take the time to, like, listen to your inner child. What does your inner child want to do? And it could be as crazy as, like, paint a picture on the sidewalk. Great. But you never know where that would lead, so don't judge it. That's the one thing. Like, don't judge yourself, because we're so creative, and it comes, like, we wonder where these ideas come from. We should not judge them, because they're meant for us to express, because it could help another person. That's just how I feel, you know? Because that's, like, really... godlike, if you ask me. That's real Jesus, you know. But yeah, anyway, I'm finito. Like I said, got a few things to do tonight. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope you guys come back. Please subscribe, please comment, let me know what like you want to hear me talk about. For now, I'm going to be posting on my Instagram, so follow me at Kelly Donette. I'm about to make a new Snapchat called Trap Soul Yogi. And that you can follow me there. The link to my blog is going to be on my Instagram. I'm going to be doing some yoga challenges. I just bought my first class by Nola Trees, Dana Falsetti. She has, like, on the Cody app, a lot of like yoga instructional classes that are online. So I'm excited to get my home practice popping. I just got a new yoga mat, so it's lit. But like I said, more. Okay, I'm shaking this. This is not good. Okay, more to come. And I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.